Season 2 of the Pat and JT podcast.
Oh man, I'm here at last. The best time, always gonna be the best. Come on!
Exclusively on the Hurrdat Media Network.
All right.
I don't know, every 10 episodes or so we grab text messages. We, out of sight, out of mind sometimes. Like, we get the notifications and then move on to something else. And it's like, and then 10 days later, oh, crap, we have a lot of text messages and voicemail to get to.
Need to check this real quick and see what's going on. So feel free to drop us a line. I always love to hear from everybody, too.
402-403-9478 are the texts. And then, before we get to text, random question, total rando.
Okay. Oh,
Do you follow anybody online or remain friends with them on Facebook, whatever, even though you have zero relationship at all? You have no interest really in their life, like from a compassionate, but it's just they're an absolute train wreck. You just love watching like their their Instagram stories, their Facebook not lives, but their Facebook stories, just because every day it's like, I can't believe you're posting this. What are you doing?
I can honestly say I do not. Oh. I know you follow, that's your mainstay. Yeah. So if Pat's following you,
don't point the finger, point the thumb, people.
But no, I kid. But I do know I've cut ties with a lot of, with a lot of train wrecks, over the years. And I do regret it because now I can't follow them again. But for the most part, I can say that most of them, their pages are wide open. There are a couple that are closed down, so I have no idea what's going on.
Usually if they're train wrecks, they love attention, so they'll just wide open. Yeah,
and so if I remember, the hard part is remembering, like I need a list on the wall just to go check in, see what's going down.
Every month. Just have a reminder in your Google Calendar just to say, don't forget to check Brenda, Steve, Catherine. There's 3 of them specifically that every single day there's a new story, there's a new post, whatever. So I'm reminded by them, and they're the best ones.
Oh my gosh.
But there's like just this morning, like this girl, she doesn't even live in Nebraska anymore. And I only knew her for like 2 months because she worked in an apartment complex from a long time ago, and she was just a disaster.
Oh my God.
And it just does like she'll just post videos of her just working out, like doing burpees by the pool. And it's like but it's not like what you'd think, fellas. It's not like that. Trust me. It's just or her just riding a bike.
Right.
It's like, what? Why?
I know there are a couple people I don't know that I ever followed. Well, they're much more active on Instagram. I'm not as active on Instagram. And so every once in a while I see or hear of, and I'll go there. I have an account. I just don't do anything. And
you have an account, so your account sold that Jack was still a puppy in your profile picture.
Right? It is. That was when I got him. Yeah. That was 2 years ago. Over 2 years ago.
Right. So it's been a minute.
That's right.
So also when you open up again all those tags that I've been tagging you in, you're gonna get just pounded with notifications.
I haven't been there for a minute. And I'll go every once in a while though, and then I'll see and I'll go look at his page. There's one in particular.
It's awesome.
And he tries to be very philosophical.
Oh.
You know who I'm talking
about. Oh, yeah.
About.
And that's also on Facebook, that guy.
Oh,
and that's one of the ones, he doesn't post much, but when he does, it's a dandy.
Right. It's like, he's like backlit.
Yes.
With, I don't know.
It's like, I'm just stop, just stop. But I don't want him to stop.
Thank you for doing it.
Yes, I don't want him to stop. That's why I don't unfollow them.
No,
and
I get it. I get it. I wish I hadn't, and I did unfollow, and I just kind of like, okay, see ya. And someone followed me too. I'm like, whatever, that's fine. Not going to chase you.
Yeah.
But I'll still check in once in a while.
Yeah. But anybody that we are talking about here with through the text messages, you guys aren't weirdos. We like you guys, except for Jenny. Jen, you're kind of a weirdo. She sent a picture. This was October 15th. This has been a minute. Like I said,
a couple weeks. Okay.
We were talking about broken bones and injuries. I can't watch injuries like broken legs and stuff during sporting events. If I see something happening or a twisted leg, I'm out. I can't watch it.
Won't visit one if I know that's what's coming.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it happen because you were watching the event live.
Sure, but I'll never go back and watch it again. I have people that sit there and watch the video. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at can't do it. But thanks, Jenny, for sending a picture of your 9-year-old's broken arm x-ray. She says, my 9-year-old was doing a cartwheel and the grass was wet. Thought you might enjoy this picture. And it's just mangled arm. I mean, when Sophia broke her arm, she fell off her bike. Her arm was crooked, and it was like, it's different when it's your kid because you're like, she's 5 and she couldn't drive herself.
She did it, and you're like, just hide it behind your back. Don't look at it.
The whole time she's crying. La 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 la.
I don't want to hear it. La 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 la. It's true.
Yeah, thanks, Jen. That's awesome. This one at 402-403-9478. Julian says, guys, I just crossed the 2019-2020 line.
What?
Of our podcast, yeah.
Yay.
Been slowly catching up in every single episode. It's been weird listening to how excited you were for 2020. Yeah, that was an epic flop.
We were.
Just hoping to be caught up by Christmas. Thanks, Julian. That it's either a he or she.
I've
I don't
blocked
know.
that out.
That I know.
We were. Yeah, it was that 2020, man.
Oh, we were pumped.
Because 2019 went so well.
Right. Well,
I mean, it
for
really
the most
did,
part,
right?
Yeah. But it seems like everybody every year seems like, wow, can't wait till this year's over. Good Lord.
know.
So it's like, really can't wait for this year to be over.
After this year, we can never say that again.
Right. No, we can't. God, I wish it was 2019 again.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hi, guys. It's Jennifer. JT, I got fact-checked on Facebook, too, on April Fool's Day, and they ruined my joke that day. Sad face.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Come on, Facebook. I never thought about that. Getting fact-checked on April Fool's Day, and they ruin your joke?
It's like, duh. Okay. Oh, my God. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that happened. I really am, because they're idiots.
What was it? Okay, you always give me crap for dad jokes all the time. What was the stupid thing you said? Sasha has a really super soft shirt on, and it's 100% polyester. And you dropped the ultimate...
I'm glad that Polly and Esther are so soft. I don't know. It's the dumbest
Did you just
thing
make it
ever.
up, or that sounds like something from the farm, from your dad?
Not from my dad. I don't know who used to say something about Polly and Esther or polyester. It's just such a weird name to begin with.
Right.
I know one Esther. She's in her 20s.
I know one Polly.
I know. Right?
Yeah.
Polly.
Mm-hmm.
Polly.
Polly.
One Polly, and I know one Esther.
I know a little girl Esther, like tiny.
Yeah, the one I know, she's in her 20s.
Really?
Yeah.
That's I love old
name.
names.
It's a family name, and it's like, you know what? Good for you. Because I mean, it's so unique.
Yeah.
Anymore, it never used to be, but it's so unique now, and I like older names too. Just like dare to be different and just grab an older name instead of rearranging the alphabet.
Yes, where because you're setting everybody up for failure. That if your name's Brittany and you spell it with a Q and a 7, it's like, what are you doing? Just Brittany.
If you any name when you spell it, there's somebody that we have a client and her name is spelled. I'm sorry, it's spelled wrong. It is spelled wrong, and I have to stop and think how to say it every time because in my mind you should say it a different way based on what it looks like. But I always have to stop and be like, okay, what's her? Okay, got it. Now I remember what it is. It drives me crazy.
I know. I agree. This is Tamara. It says, hey, Pat and JT, were you guys thinking of Skinny Bones? I've heard great things about that pumpkin patch. So
that's the one. That was the one. They have a maze and they have the giant.
That's the scary maze.
It looks like it was a pool, but it's not. And then it has a giant inflatable in it from one side to the other. As a matter of fact, did you see the video? Heidi sent us a video from that guy that she felt, I can't remember his name. He's hilarious. And he does these video. Trey, is it Trey something? I don't remember. He has like millions of followers. And he did a video up there at Skinny Bones.
Oh, really?
He's like a national YouTuber dude and hilarious. And he did one all up there. He was wearing yoga pants and a long sweater.
Yeah.
Like it was like women in fall kind of thing. And he was acting like cowgirl, whatever. But he was jumping around on that thing because you can jump across it and you can do flips on it and stuff, but it's this inflatable that's really cool.
And Skinny Bones, it's probably the same because Vala's has one of those too. And it's super fun. Even an adult's kid. It's not just a kid's thing. It's super fun.
Let me see if I can find that she sent over because that was hilarious.
That was my one of my favorite things. Like every year you'd go back to Vala's and there'd be something new. When that thing popped up, I'm like, what is? You just saw it from the distance. Like it looked like when you drive by a cattle feed yard and they have all the hay covered up with some tarp. That's why I'm like, what? That's rude. They have all the camel hay out there covered up for the kids to plant. No, it was a bouncy deal.
Nope.
Okay, this is from Casey. I was anxious. This was just on Tuesday. We're almost caught up. I was anxiously waiting for today's episode while playing with my 2 new cats and hoping for Rihanna, who was on our podcast yesterday. So always one of my favorite episodes. I was ecstatic to see that she was on today's episode, and it references cats in the title. Anyway, I love you guys. I love it when Rihanna and the conspiracy tangents start. Love them even more. And she can't wait for your podcast to start.
I know now that our schedules have settled down, and we planned on this. We thought it was going to be the last week of October, and so we're going to try and get things rolling. Hopefully this week, it might be next, but we are right there on the verge. We're right on the edge. We're about ready to do this. But I'll find that video too that Heidi had shared. I can't find it for some reason. And somebody, I'm sure people out there yelling the name of this guy at us right now. And I wish I could hear you.
Right.
Future me wishes.
Right.
Tell me what it is. But I can't find it. So anyway, we'll get it put up there though. It is hilarious, but it was done up there at Skinny Bones.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I can't believe that, and the season's almost over.
Gosh, yeah, this week.
Yeah, Halloween.
Wow. Yeah, and it's so funny. It just doesn't. Did you? Okay, I'm going to sound like a total idiot right now.
You just said Polly and Esther earlier, so we're already there.
I didn't know the World Series was going on.
This whole, I agree with you. I said the same thing to Beth. Can you believe that it's almost November and we just wrapped up the World Series? Yeah, I know.
And I was like, because somebody said congratulations. It was the Dodgers one. I take it because that's okay.
Yeah.
I just happened to catch that. Obviously, I don't follow a lot of people that cared or that were posting. I don't know, but I saw the post and I was like, what?
Yeah.
I didn't. What?
Everything is so messed up.
It is.
Schedules are, our body clocks are messed up. Everything is just messed up.
And this weekend, don't we set the clocks back?
I do not know that answer. Maybe we do.
Hold on, I don't want to be throwing misinformation out there on a podcast that's totally editable.
Right.
Editable. Shit, hold on.
Yeah.
Time change 2020. November 1st.
Okay, so that's coming up on Sunday?
Finally get to fall back an hour.
Holy cow. So then if we end up having a football game on Saturday, and remember people partake, you're going to be hungover.
But you get an extra hour.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You fall back. Never mind.
You fall back.
We're
You get an
falling
extra
back.
hour. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
So daylight saving time ends the Sunday. Let's just leave it that way.
Just stop. Yeah.
Just stop right there.
Because nobody's paying attention to anything anyway. Everybody's either paying attention. It's the election or it's COVID. That's why we didn't know the World Series was going on. just forget. Just right click delete on the rule to bring it back in the spring. Not one person will say anything.
No one will throw a fit.
No.
I promise you won't have protests about that.
Agreed. Okay, so we love your text 402-403-9478. Go slide into JT's DMs on Instagram. Are you that other JT or
I think so.
Okay, that other.
I'm pretty
JT?
sure.
Something like that. Just look for Jack.
Look for the puppy.
Look for the puppy. That's it. So, it's Pat and JT on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Pat and JT Podcast, a Hurrdat Media Production.